Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Big Brother 25 Live Feed Spoilers. We are now at the final seven. We are inching ever closer to the end of this season. There is hopefully a lot of interesting strategy to happen, but today we are here with a debate.
Yeah, and it's quite a debate. I mean, BB Twitter has been all aflutter about this, and I mean, we have been as well, just talking about, is it fair that Jag was able to play in the HoH again after he just had this invisible HoH? Leave it in the comments for us because
Yeah,
we've got our opinions on it, but of course, we want to hear from you. Is this fair?
yeah, I don't want to say that it's the most controversial thing on Big Brother Twitter this season just because
It's not.
we know what Big Brother Twitter is, but this is a heated debate that's going on. There's a lot of different takes on it. I understand people being frustrated about it. I admittedly have been a Jag fan this season. I know I'm a little bit biased, just like a little bit biased, but you know what? I'm a rational person, guys. I feel like I can be 95% objective in most situations.
Listen, I like Jag too. He comes across as like a very likable guy, and he's been, an okay player. He's made some questionable
Yeah.
decisions. He's winning a lot, but no, for me, the answer is just no. He shouldn't have been able to play again. Like, this is just a no. But this is Big Brother, and the truth of it is, if you've been watching Big Brother forever, then you know that Big Brother is not fair.
Yeah, Big Brother's inherently unfair, and rest assured, we're going to get so much more into this. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to the channel, you guys help us so much to be able to make a lot of this content. And we also want you to be up to date the rest of the season because we are getting into that home stretch. And every competition win, every strategic move from here on out, they're all going to be so much more important. And we don't want you guys to ever be in a situation where it's like, why did Matt do that? Why did we got you? We are here to help you out along the way.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with, before we get too much more into the Jag debate,
Yes.
let's just talk about Corey. Corey was evicted unanimously, and I think that that's a surprise to nobody.
I am so tired of the unanimous votes. It has been this season should be renamed Big Brother Unanimous. Like, obviously it made sense for everybody to get rid of Corey.
Yes.
I'm not sitting here being like, "Oh, how dare they get rid of Corey?" Like, Corey was a strategic player, he did win a double eviction HOH. It's not like he won nothing. I mean, good on him that he didn't leave the game like super bitter. He realized that, he was going to target Matt and Jag soon. Like, he understood the move. He just couldn't win enough at the end of the day for it to matter. Like, he knew there was a target on his back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, yes, unanimous votes aren't that exciting to watch, but if somebody did not vote for Corey to leave, I
Yeah.
would have been like, what are you doing? Like, stop.
No, I know, and that's sort of the deal. I think I miss hinky votes. I miss people just intentionally causing drama. I would never play Big Brother, but if I did, I would do at least 2 hinky votes in a season. Just I would probably be really bad at hiding it though, and everybody would figure out I was the one who did it.
Okay, speaking of two, there's a double eviction coming next week. So everybody put on your hard hats and get ready for that.
Okay. See, we'll talk a little bit more about the double eviction here in a little bit. I am particularly worried for Jag in that amidst everything that has gone on now.
Yes.
Okay, so the HOH, I do love this idea that everybody keeps thinking that they know what the HOH is going to be, where it's like, oh, we'll study, or oh, it's going to be the slip and slide. Johnny Mac's demented dentist. Who could predict this Also, they're really bringing Johnny Mac back from like the Big Brother grave here. It's just been years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that they're switching things up. They're doing that over on Survivor as well, which is another show that we're
Yeah.
covering here. So hit that subscribe button. But, they had been doing the same puzzles and the same challenges for so long that last season we had people who had like 3D printed out the puzzles. So when they actually got to the puzzle, they were just like, do, done, win, which
Yeah.
was, inherently unfair. I mean, good for them for doing that, but the show needed to switch some things up, and I'm really glad that they are doing that here too.
Yeah, it sounds, based on at least what the house guests have said, that this was a pretty fun competition to do. And in true, Big Brother fashion here, they make us wait a long time to figure out who wins after the show. They come back briefly to like America mentioning that she needed to make a deal with somebody who was a he, which is like, okay, so it has to be Matt and Jag. And then we're just all sitting here being like, who could it be? Which one is it? And so just tell us already.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. Jag won the HOH again, and this is where a lot of the controversy
Yeah.
is coming in, where it's like, okay, he was just HOH. Yes, he was an invisible HOH, and whether or not he kept that secret or not is irrelevant. He was already the HOH. He
Yeah.
already got to make his nominations, and somebody went home on his HOH. So for me, I think that it's unfair that he gets to play again, whether he was invisible or not. But this is how it rolled. You were allowed to play again. He was allowed to play again. He won again.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you can't fault Jag for doing what's within the rules that were
No.
outlined within the game. Like, he is in a spot now in the game where either he needs to win or Matt needs to win. There's not a lot of other options, or he goes and wins veto and finds a way to save himself. But he has to do whatever he has to do to stick around. Now, I know that there's a precedent here for, production should make you throw it because, back, a couple of seasons ago, Claire had to throw an HOH after she overthrew an HOH. So you can easily make that argument. I mean, I guess at the same time earlier this season, Cam won the pressure cooker. Jag didn't end up going home. Cam was eligible to then be the next HOH again, but that was a different sort of situation. There wasn't anybody who actually went home on his HOH.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if you've already been HOH, if you get screwed over by a twist, then welcome to Big Brother. But that's just me.
Okay, here's what I wish they would have done at the very least, because, we talked about this in some of the previous updates where this was not an invisible HOH at all. Jag pretty much told everybody this was the least shocking news ever. So I would have wanted there to be an incentive for Jag to keep it a secret, where if he could get through the entire week without telling anybody that he was the invisible HOH, he would be eligible to play again. However, if he told a single person that he was the invisible HOH, or nodded at a question or did something that gave it away, and they can monitor all that stuff. It's fine if people speculate, but then he would be able to just sit on the sidelines. Like, you have to keep this secret in order to be eligible to play again, because that way nobody knows for sure you were the HOH in the game.
Yeah, and that would be all right, and that would work out all right. But at the same time, I think that it being Jag, and Jag obviously told everybody, I think in general, being able to use that information to build trust and build bonds, continue to work on relationships is a really important piece of information. So, it can really hurt relationships. And I don't think that's fair, but it's Big Brother. Big Brother's not fair.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. We can all be up in arms here and sending Grodner strongly worded letters. And you know what she's gonna do with those letters?
Yeah, in the trash.
Yeah.
She doesn't care.
No, they just ultimately don't. And I think I am a Jag fan. I think there's a lot of people out there, including some casual fans who probably really like Jag, who don't even watch the feeds, who are probably pretty happy. I will say, I will throw my bias out the window here. Big Brother is better, I think, when there's always different people in power, because you want to see drama, you want to see high stakes, you want to see, things constantly be mixed up. And seeing, I don't know, a Sari HOH at this point could have been pretty fun, or somebody, just somebody who hadn't been HOH before.
Yeah, I just think that if it's not Jag or Matt at the end, or even a Suri. I mean, Suri is, a legend in Survivor, but is she going to actually be able to beat a Jag at the end? I'm not sure at this point. Like, Jag hasn't played the best game,
Yeah.
but he's definitely played a decent game. He's won stuff. He's been really social. Him and Matt have really been making some moves socially, behind the scenes, strategically. I
Yeah.
know that Suri has been doing some of that, but not all of that. And I'm not here, oh man, I'm going to get dragged by Suri fans. I also really like Suri. I'm not
Yeah.
going to be mad at a Suri win. However, I think if she's sitting at the end with Jag, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because Jag is also really likable. Suri is really likable. Suri can really, like, her speech is just going to be a 10 out of 10. Like, she's really going to be able to work that room. I'm not sure if Jag's going to be able to work the room the same way, but he has a really good resume.
He can claim a lot of stuff at this point, and I do think
Yeah,
that
he
is,
can.
that's particularly important the further and further you go. You don't have a lot of time to make arguments to the jury. Now, you do mention Jag is not the best player, and with that in mind, let's talk about what he seems to want to do here for nominations.
I
He
know.
wants to nominate America in Blue, seemingly, with Blue being more of the target, even though America basically said in her speech yesterday that she is coming after Matt and Jag and that it is personal. Blue, who has been, more of your friend, who seemingly believed you through thick and thin over this past week, who wasn't even that mad that she got nominated by you, the invisible HOH. This is who you're more afraid of than America or Survivor strategic icon Suri Fields.
Yeah, Jag, for all of his winning,
Yeah.
and just getting out Corey, is playing it way too safe. Like, Blue is who you want to bring to the end. Blue is not winning this game.
No.
So why in the world would you put her up, except that you're like, I don't want any more blood on my hands. I need people to not see me as a threat. It is way too late for that, Jag. Way too late. You just won 2 HOHs in a row. Way too late. You're already seen as a threat, so start taking out other threats. You're at the end of the game.
Okay, you since you were already worried about the Suri fans, I'm gonna make them all mad at me now. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See,
I'm putting on my hard hat. Listen, I like Suri. Don't come for me.
I love Suri, but Jag needs to get Suri out of this game.
100%.
Like,
he does.
There's so many different reasons for this. It's just like, number one, she is an obvious threat at the end of the game. Like, she's an amazing speaker. She's an amazing social player. Also, that Matt is pretty loyal to her. You get to the end and, like, she's in, like, the final 4, and Suri is going to choose Matt over you, and I think that's going to be a pretty common thing, and she's always going to be there to potentially sway Matt as well. I think there's probably a risk here if you try to get out Suri too early. Matt's going to be upset, but you have to take risks in Big Brother, and it's just out of everybody that's left. Yes, America is blatantly coming after you, but sometimes the person who is blatantly coming after you, that is a known foe. Sometimes the unknown is a little bit more scary, and I would be very, very afraid of this person who a lot of people just do not want to target at this point in the game.
My feeling is maybe Jag's thinking on this is he wants to get rid of America, who has been like, revenge.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yes, he wants to get rid of America. He's, been nominated America. So putting up Blue can make some sense, because it's like, well, who's going to send out Blue? Like, everybody would want to sit at the end with Blue. She's not winning. Yeah. So, this then kind of makes sense that people might want to get out America.
It is an interesting argument to make at this point, because nobody wants to lose a spot to somebody else, especially somebody who hasn't really done that much like Blue. Like, there is a big frustration that does come along with all of that. And you mentioned it earlier, people playing this game just way too safe. Jag, my dude, you got to realize at this point, you don't buy loyalty with anyone at Final 7 by not putting them on the block. They will all put you on the block, except for maybe Matt right now. But who knows? Maybe Suri is going to get like a pocket watch out if Matt wins HOH, and it's just like, you will put Mad Jag on the block.
Yep.
It's hard to really know. Okay, so America has tried to suggest this deal that's obviously not going to work, but her idea is, okay, if she is safe this week, Matt and Jag will be safe if she wins HOH in a hypothetical double eviction, which I guess just from the number of people left, people can sort of figure out we're probably getting that at some point.
This is the thing, I mean, about putting America up as well, is that if she's kind of like, I'm going to go after Jag specifically, she might be able to get the votes to stay. Because if Suri and Felicia and all of them are like, well, having somebody who's going to break up that duo, I mean, that works for us. Like, she's not coming after us. So she's going to break them up and get rid of Jag, and Matt is left here with Suri. I mean, everything comes up Suri.
I don't know why I didn't think of this before now, is that what if Blue is like so upset about being put up on by Jag again that she just like, I will never vote for you, Jag, under any it's Jag, despite his great game, and to kill his own jury chances.
I know.
Jag, okay, so this is just hilarious. America is, I think she's trying to get some sort of way to make sure she doesn't go up on the block. She's just like buttering Matt up yesterday and telling him how much Riley likes him, which is so stupid, but it's just also, you never know.
No, it's totally a great move, because, I mean, Matt has not let go of anything with that. Gassing people up can work quite well. And if you're going to really hit on something that he's really in his head about, where he really likes her, he's still thinking about her, don't worry, she's totally into you. Oh, really? I can see that it could work. So it's not a bad move.
This is always the thing with Jag as a Big Brother player. It's always an adventure, because you never know where it's going to be the next day. You know those old choose your adventure books. Jag is somebody who will look at one option, read ahead, and be like, I don't know if I like this option. So he'll go back to the original page, and then he'll go to the other option too.
I'm so Jag. I used to do that all the time. Oh my God.
So, okay.
How dare you call me out? Okay. Not knowing.
Listen, I've done it a couple of times too. But no, Jag, he's already flip-flopping on a lot of things. He's like, do I want America to win veto? Do I not want America to win veto? If she wins, then maybe that means Blue would go home for sure, or go to jury. It seems like Felicia is probably the replacement nominee. Do you even want to make Felicia upset to have to go on the block again?
Yep.
So Suri and Felicia, we've talked a little bit about this over the past, few days, is that they're still trying to work on figuring out a way to get Bowie Jane up on the block, because if they can do that, they can just get rid of Bowie Jane. They keep a lot of their numbers. They get rid of somebody who's close to Matt and Jag.
Yeah, they're not going to do
No, like, Suri has accomplished some magic on Survivor over the years, but like this, Matt and Jag would have to be like next level. You guys put on the dunce hat and sit in the corner in order to go ahead and go through with this idea.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. Suri needs to let that go. Like, if she really wants to get Bowie Jane out, she needs to win.
Yeah, and like Matt and Jag are a little worried that Bowie doesn't trust them fully based on the past week, but it's like not enough for it to be like some sort of serious issue. Like they've talked through things for a long time, and while it may not make that much sense for Jag to completely center in on Blue, who isn't like that gung-ho about getting him out right now, he's thought about this for a while. This isn't some spur of the moment thing.
Yeah.
Hilariously, Blue did not want to leave Jag's side for most of last night. She was just kind of like hovering around him. Maybe she was nervous. Maybe she's like, oh, you're the real HOH this time. You don't have to hide it. Look at you, buddy, old pal. Look how good you're doing.
Good for her for trying to do something. I mean, what are you going to do? He nominated her last week. I'm sure she doesn't want to go up again.
So one last thing on, Suri here. And Jag's already congratulated Suri on making it to the final 6. So I think it's pretty clear that for some reason that is completely beyond me, he's not going to put her up at all. Like, Suri is off talking to Felicia, like comparing Jag to Xavier. And it's an interesting comparison, because Xavier, I think, is still really underrated as a winner. Like, Tiffany did a lot of great stuff strategically.
Yeah, she did.
But I think Xavier knew when to sort of let Tiffany take the reins and when to kind of be in the background, when to step up and
Mhm.
win competitions. It's just, if I'm playing Big Brother, I don't want to be compared to any winner at all when I'm in the house. Compare me to somebody who is just like a really early boot, and compare me to Devin. I'll be more than fine with that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't want to be compared to any winner.
No, it's a risky proposition, and this is going to be a very interesting next week or so
Mhm.
for Jag, because if he can't play into double eviction HOH, then he's like fully reliant on Matt in order to do something there. And that's, Matt is athletic. Matt hasn't won that many competitions so far this season.
No, he hasn't.
So it's just like, okay, can Matt win that HOH or can Jag win the veto? And, if those scenarios don't exactly work out, Jag, you going to jury. Okay, now we'll tie this video up, but be sure hit that subscribe button. We are your go-to for the rest of the season. We don't want you guys to miss anything.
Mhm.
Thank you as well to our patrons for your support.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys here next time.